No matter if you have a tent, a car, or $1 million motorhome, you too can enjoy all that Quartzsite has to offer for about $25 a month.
On this episode, we're going to show you what to do in the cube.
Quartzsite, Arizona is a winter mecca for snowbirds from colder climates, full-time RVers, and budget-conscious campers.
On our last episode, we showed you how and where to set up camp here.
And we put a link to that episode right up here and down there, so check it out. Once you've arrived and set up camp, it's time to find something to do.
There's so much to see and do in this tiny little desert town just 2 hours west of Phoenix, Arizona. It's right on the California-Arizona border.
Quartzsite comes alive most every winter, and that's pretty much because of the dry, sunny days and most of all the affordability. And you'll find everyone there from retirees to full-time working professionals.
That also includes a lot of RV families that have chosen to live the location-independent lifestyle.
With the internet, you can do everything from see your doctor, do your 9-to-5 remotely, and even attend school.
Yeah, and we've been coming out to Quartzsite for 4 years now, and each year it seems like there seems to be just more and more people coming out here earlier each year.
And there's camping possibilities for almost every budget. In our last episode, we talked all about where to camp, how much to camp. So in this episode, we're just going to give you the short version. The Bureau of Land Management, known as the BLM, has set aside areas for long-term visitors, referred to as the LTVA section. Here, you can camp for 14 days for $40 and up to 7 months for $180, which averages $25 a month. For that, they provide basic facilities for dumping your trash, sewage, toilets, and potable water. However, you can also camp up to 14 days for free in other BLM areas that have no facilities. There's also plenty of RV parks ready to provide fun activities for you snowbirds or budget-friendly basic campgrounds with hookups. With the start of the new year comes entertainment and events. 2024 brings a Fleetwood Mac tribute band and an Elvis act straight from Las Vegas. There's gem and mineral shows, the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous, UTV rallies, and of course the Sports Vacation and RV Show. The Big RV Show, as most people call it, is 69,000 feet of exhibit area under a giant big top tent. Plus, there's many more vendors all around the outside of the tent. There's also 12 service bays to immediately install your purchases, get service, or even get your RV repaired. The show is free and there's all kinds of deals to be had, always making the trip worthwhile for us. You'll find links to our 2023 Quartzsite RV Show episodes in this video's description. If you plan to be in Quartzsite, Arizona this winter, we'd love to meet you. We're having a meet and greet at the Quartzsite Sports Vacation and RV Show, which will be in January 2024. The date and time will be coming soon, so keep an eye on the Roaming with Rosie Facebook page and make sure you've subscribed and clicked the notification bell for this YouTube channel. Quartzsite's 80-acre town park is huge, considering the size of the city. There's an excellent playground with shade covers, baseball fields, sand volleyball, and even horseshoe pits. They have a very large dog park with divided space, and this cool little skate park. Now that more families are traveling full-time and are out here spending the winter, it's great to know that there's a park like this that includes stuff for people of all ages. And one thing they've got here is this really cool little skate park. There's even a remote control flying area. So unfortunately, we got here after they were done today, but looks like quite an activity. Are you a golfer? Have you ever played in the desert? I don't mean like Scottsdale or Palm Springs. I mean like literally the desert, like in the dirt, literally the desert. Don't use your good golf clubs type of course.
Yeah, they brag that only the bravest are willing to go out there in the desert scrub amongst the rattlesnakes and the cactus.
Right. Located just west of Highway 95 on the north side of town, you can literally golf amongst the sandy desert floor at the Quartzsite Desert Golf Course. An extremely contagious project apparently is moving rocks around. Many consider this area to be the rock capital of the world. There's a lot of creative people out here, and thankfully plenty of rocks in about 1 billion shapes, sizes, and colors. It was kind of cool, but my project from last year was still here in the desert waiting for my return. Here's just a few of the other creations we found while wandering around this desert. I joined a couple of friends, Stacy and Patty, last week for some serious rock hounding. If you've ever wandered a seashore looking for seashells, you'll understand the almost meditative, holistic healing state this type of wandering does to you. So we're crossing over here in order to get to the really good rock area that Stacy and Patty have promised me. Stacy found a geode that's open. Oh, I can see it sparkle from here.
Yeah, see?
Wow.
You can have.
What's yours?
No,
it's beautiful.
you can have.
These could be a dog, but they could be a coyote.
Look how that cactus is with that root. Is that like a broke up iron tree next to that cactus? Ironwood.
I know that.
Look, it's really weird. It's all dangly and then the cactus is right behind it.
Oh, wow.
Very shiny crystal.
I've got rocks in my pockets. My pants are getting pulled down.
And in your backpack.
And in my backpack, yeah. My backpack's heavy now.
They're amazing.
Wow. And here's a little tiny one with a hole in it. A little tiny holy rock. Patty and Stacy are hollering at me. They've run into a crystal patch, so I'm headed over there right now to see what they found. It's a little baby one.
It's baby.
It's got all the sides to it. Patty found something.
This is called chalcedony, and it almost looks like oozing lava that's just hardened.
It's hard to stop. It's hard to stop looking, you know?
But time to go back.
What'd she
Part of
find?
That's lovely.
the rose.
That's pretty.
Isn't that pretty?
So I just got back from our rock hounding trip that I took with the ladies, and I've got pockets full, and I swear my backpack probably weighs an extra between 5 and 10 pounds more. So I'll show you some of what I found. My pockets are just completely full. So I'm gonna empty my pockets. I'm trying to put it in the sun so you can see some of the glitter. This one, see, it's got that weird little fold. Still, this is just one pocket full. And these ones, see, it's clear. And when you're in search of treasures of the man-made kind, winter brings all kinds of shopping opportunities here.
Yeah, from October to March, there are all kinds of swap meets, flea markets, different marketplaces. You can get everything from RV gear all the way down to dog booties, even food.
Yep, we've gotten dog booties here.
Yep.
Last year, when Dexter was in need of more rugged boots for the desert here, we discovered Pet Patio. We're getting you fitted for new shoes. Be sure to bring any pet supplies you have that are in good condition that you no longer use. Pet Patio will donate them to another pet family. They also partner with Carol's Closet in town to get pet food to families in need.
If you're not in the mood for cooking, there are plenty of good restaurants around town. One of the most popular is one of my favorite places, Silly Al's Pizza Joint.
Yeah, they've got really good pizza and Italian food, but my favorite thing about the place is their blueberry beer. I'm serious, it comes with blueberries in it, and I guess they soak the blueberries in it because it tastes a lot like blueberries, and you can even get it to go because they've got growlers there.
If you noticed on episode 1 of How to Do the Q, we showed you a boat out in the middle of the desert. It doubles as a mobile home, so somebody's actually living at it in the middle of the desert. And what goes along with a boat? A yacht club. They literally have a yacht club in Quartzsite, Arizona.
It's right on Main Street. It's called the Quartzsite Yacht Club Restaurant and Bar. They actually have membership, and it boasts one of the largest memberships in the world.
So you ask yourself, why would you pay $50 to belong to a yacht club in Quartzsite, Arizona? Well, they have a thing called reciprocity, which means because you belong to the Quartzsite Yacht Club, you can go to any yacht club in the United States.
As long as they also do reciprocity.
Because you're a member of the Quartzsite Yacht Club means that you can go to some of those swanky yacht clubs where they actually have what's called water, where you can put where there's actually boats and yachts in the water, and you can hang out at that swanky yacht club because you're a member of the Quartzsite Yacht Club.
And the Quartzsite Yacht Club actually has a few yachts in the parking lot.
Yeah, that's how you know that you're at the Quartzsite Yacht Club.
Our new friends from Canada just introduced us to their favorite restaurant. It's called Times 3. It's a bright green building. You can see it from the freeway, or it's right on Main Street. It was really good. They've got a really huge menu and great service. What's with all the camels everywhere? In 1857, a military experiment began to import camels from the Middle East to this dry part of the U.S. It was thought that they would help with building and supplying a wagon route from Texas to California. A Syrian man named Haji Ali was hired to teach camel management. Few could pronounce his name, so they gave him the nickname Hi Jolly. Quartzsite honors the man who proved that camels could transport military supplies across the dry Southwest instead of mules, and seems to have deemed a camel as its mascot. Until his last breath, he believed that some of the camels still roam this desert. The Quartzsite Cemetery and Historic Site is actually a very interesting place to visit, with a section that's dedicated to the pioneering residents. It sits at the west end of town and has an awesome desert and mountain view in every direction. Tyson Wells Stage Station Museum is an excellent source of knowledge for the historical information of this area, and it's free, although donations are accepted. It's operated by the Quartzsite Historical Society on the same spot as the original 1866 Adobe Stagecoach Station. You can still see the dirt floor in one of the rooms, and the original fireplace is still in use each winter.
If you have a side-by-side, or OHV as they call it, there are all kinds of trails you can drive on with your OHV or side-by-side, whatever you want to call it, out here in Quartzsite. You can go for miles out in the desert on these trails, and from what I understand, they're really cool.
Yeah, and there's a whole bunch of groups and clubs that are dedicated to this. So all you have to do is look at some of the signboards that are around town. There's bulletin boards kind of everywhere with signs posted, and you can figure out how to join a club or how to go along with somebody or where to find the trails.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Some of the best local entertainment can be found just outside your camper or tent. It's hard to beat the amazing sights produced by nature, sunrise or sunsets in the desert, watching the mountains change colors with the weather and the sun, from brown to black and orange and even purple. And the cloud formations demand your attention with their ever-changing shapes and shades.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Roaming with Rosie. If you've missed episode 1, How to Do the Q, point your phone's camera at the QR code here to link to that video.
Yeah, and if you're not this quick to be able to do that, you can just go down in the description and I'll put a link down there so that you can watch it just on the same way that you are right now. While you're down there, we've got links for equipment that we use and approve of, and affiliate links that you can use to support Roaming with Rosie, as well as sometimes there's good discounts for you.
Right. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's free.
Yeah, and be sure to hit that notification bell because that way you'll be notified every time we upload a new video.
And make sure to leave a comment, that way you could be part of the conversation.
Until next time.
We'll see ya.